Hello and welcome to At the Redline podcast. My name's Alec Gonzalez. I'm a life coach for salespeople. I always like to start at the beginning. What was your childhood like? What was it like to be you when you were little? Family of origin. you know, how many kids? Where were
Yeah,
you? Where were you raised? Did you have a happy home life? That kind of stuff.
yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me here. I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I'm
this.
I'm
This
really
is
excited too. I have ulterior motives for inviting you on. We've talked about it, but I know so
Yeah.
many people who struggle with gut health,
Yeah.
and after talking to you, I'm like, hey, I know someone that could help these people that I know, and I've been forbidden to, just give phone numbers out of certain people. So I thought, well, I'll make her. I'll have you on, and we'll
Yeah.
create this video. So anyway, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. So a little bit about me. I grew up on the west side of Washington State. First in Woodinville, which is kind of like the Seattle area.
I know Woodinville. I'm from
Yeah.
Ballard. I don't know if you
Oh,
if you knew this.
yes.
Yeah, I'm a
I have
Ballard kid.
family all over the west side, like literally all up and down the west side.
Yeah, me too.
And I have two younger sisters. They're 5 and 6 years younger than me.
Uh huh.
So I'm the oldest. And then I also have a half brother who lives in Tillamook, Oregon.
Oh, I love Tillamook.
And I didn't know about him until I was in my teens.
Okay.
So kind of an interesting thing there. Um, did I have a happy life? My parents were in the drug and alcohol scene for a good bit of my life when I was younger. And so that was really difficult. And I have a lot of memories from that. And then they quit when I was about 6, 7 years old. And then, kind of got their life together for themselves. And things kind of gradually started to get better from there.
Nice.
Um, and let's see here. We moved to Tumwater, Washington, and
Okay,
I
down
lived,
Olympia. Yeah.
yeah, so I lived majority of my life there from like second grade until I got married. And I um I'm married and his name is Jonathan. And we have three kids of our own. Right now, they're 15, 13, and 8.
Oh, that's perfect
It
ages.
is.
Nice.
So two
Nice.
boys, and then our daughter's 8.
Okay.
And they are a lot of fun.
Oh,
I
good.
don't know what people are talking about when they say that teenagers are hard.
Teenagers are awesome if you have a backbone.
They're really, really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, super fun. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. That's great. One of the things I like to sort of lean into is hardship and trouble, how it grows us, gives us grit. What's in your life have you experienced as difficulty or trauma or trouble that has turned out to be quasi blessing? That you might even say you're grateful for. How's it changed your life? Tell the story of or one story.
I think for me, growing up with parents that really were in the drug and alcohol scene for a good bit, that was very, very hard. And it has shaped me in a way that I didn't expect growing up.
Hmm.
It made me grow up faster.
Yeah.
I had to really take care of my siblings,
Yeah.
and then also it has helped me navigate things a little bit differently, I think, for my own life,
Mm-hmm.
and then also people around me as well.
Mm-hmm.
And something else that has been extremely life changing has been I was sexually abused when I was younger,
Hmm.
and I've had to go through a lot of different changes with that. And then also helping, especially women, through difficult times, their own experiences.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I just had this thought in my head pop up before you started talking about the second part, and you were talking about growing up, children of alcoholics and drug addicts. and it was, I wonder if you feel like you have a superpower because of that experience.
I I might actually. I think that I see people a different way than other people. John has expressed that I see people very differently than he does.
Uh-huh.
I do also have a little bit different, like more empathy for people
Yeah.
that are going through drug and alcohol experiences.
Yeah.
Um, and I can see both sides, how it can be very destructive. And then also, I can see how there can be something else different for them.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing I like to talk about before we get into your business and your enterprise is coaching. I'm a coach and I like to work with salespeople. I like to work with people that are trying to build something, trying to sell something, prospect, things like that. But most of us and don't have a coach that coaches us, but lots of us have mentors, people that have really, cared about us, paid attention to us.
Mhm.
And in our conversation, you actually have a coach, which is cool. But I wonder if you could tell a story about how a coach or a mentor has meant a great deal to you, has been really positive in your life.
Oh, absolutely. I do have a coach right now and have had the same coach for about four
Oh,
years.
nice.
And he has massively helped me with um, probably the biggest thing is how to manage stress
Oh,
with way more ease.
oh.
And I think that has been pivotal in my own life as I've come through a lot of stress with relationships
Mm-hmm.
and family and also having kids. There's some stress there,
Mm-hmm.
but being able to have different things come at me and be able to really take a step back, really think about what's happening and process it and then move forward instead of being very reactive in that moment of stress.
Mm-hmm. So uh, I wonder if I have a follow-up question. It sounds like you have the secret to stress management, which would be awesome if you could share that with everybody. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Yeah.
I mean, we all deal with stress,
Yeah.
and it sounds like someone's given you kind of a system for dealing with stress. Can you sort of maybe expound a little bit? I
Yeah.
mean, we're trying to keep this under 30 minutes, so
Yeah.
trying to be brief.
Yeah. So it's really a process called stop, challenge, and choose.
Okay.
So a stress comes and you stop
Okay.
and you take 90 seconds.
90
Yep.
seconds? A minute and a half?
You take a
I thought you were going to
minute and
say
a
take
half.
4 deep breaths or something.
Nope.
Like, holy
You take
smokes.
90 seconds and you really think about the choice you want to make moving forward.
Okay, I like that. 90 seconds stop.
So you're
Think.
challenging yourself,
Uh-huh.
like, hey, what's going on? Processing that information. And then
Hold on 1 second. Do you process your feelings? Do you process just the situation?
you do both. You process your feelings and you process what's going on.
Interesting.
Whether it's something that's going around you, something that was just said to you
Okay.
or about you. It could be a lot of different
Okay.
things.
I'm slowing you down. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And then what you do is you have a choice. How are you going to respond? Are you going to respond with anger or are you going to respond with calm? Just say that,
Okay.
your
You don't have to explain.
let's
Calm or
just
anger.
yeah,
I get
your
it.
spouse
Okay.
just said something. You're gonna
Okay.
and then that's the choice. And then whatever choice you make in that moment, you have to be good with that choice.
Nice. Own your choices.
Own your choice.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Melissa, thank you for sharing that. That was really great. Okay. My next question is just your business. Explain what you do, the backstory, how you got involved, um, who a perfect client is, and how to contact you. Tell your whole. Let's hear it all.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to stop this video and just say a lot of salespeople I know, they know there's another level. They know the product, they like the people, they really believe in what they sell. But when the pressure hits, a lot of salespeople, they lose their conviction, they lose their nerve, they hesitate on cold outreach, they lay down or even back off with a simple objection. They fail to confidently lead people towards a decision. I coach salespeople. Send me a quick text 509-999-3305. I'm in your corner. Let's get together.
So I, about 8 years ago, I got really sick. I was so sick that I was in bed, and we had 3 small children at that time. And I had to have brain surgery, and they fixed the problem, but I woke up with something called meningitis. And then I was back in bed, but in a different way. And during that time, I was very, very lonely. And I really retreated like into myself.
Hmm?
And I didn't know how to come out of myself and say that I needed help. Like it was a lot. And I reached out to, I got brave and I reached out to who is now my coach about 4 years ago. And I said, I don't know what you're doing, but I see that you're helping people. I was like kind of following him on social media. And I see that you're helping people, and I am desperate for your help. And when we connected and talked, it was the first time that I felt like I actually mattered in this life.
Wow.
And he really saved me, honestly, from the stuff that was going on inside my body. And I knew at the time that I had terrible inflammation in my body because it's meningitis. It's literally inflammation of the brain, your meninges. And I had inflammation in my whole entire body.
Hmm?
So he helped me navigate how to improve my gut health, which also helped me improve my brain health by the coaching that I was receiving. My mindset totally changed. It was incredible. I lost over 50 pounds, and I was able to enjoy life again.
Wow.
I was able to go outside. I could go in the kitchen, and I remembered why I was there. And I broke down crying. This was in like the first 3 days of starting something completely new for my gut.
Wow.
And it was so life changing. I now go on hikes with our kids,
Yeah.
and I one of my favorite things is literally to be outside. Like I love being outside. And when I was that sick, I could not go outside.
Uh-huh.
It was like death to me. And I would be in bed for weeks upon weeks. And
Was that because
so
of allergies? And
no, this I had something called trigeminal neuralgia, and I had you have 3 nerves in your head on each side, and I had a blood vessel and then arteries pushed up and wrapped around my nerve in my brain.
huh.
And so they had to go in there and they had to move some things around, and I have a surgical mesh and I have the scar to prove it behind my ear. And so they fixed that, but I woke up with meningitis.
Okay.
So, um, it was really awful, but I actually still have meningitis to this day, but it's very much managed through the way that I eat and the way that I live. It's very different now.
Okay.
So now I get to help other people with improving reducing the inflammation,
Okay.
um, improve their energy, help them get rid of the stubborn weight that is just holding them back. And I get to help them with their sleep and their sleep schedule. I also get to help them reduce the brain fog. And a lot of us are living with brain fog and we don't realize it.
Wow.
And brain fog is literally just inflammation in your brain And if you reduce that, the brain fog will lift.
Huh.
And
Is that why cold showers on your head are so helpful?
cold showers are great because they actually they grab onto the brown fat.
Yeah, I've heard about this too.
And that can reduce inflammation and aches and joints that we get in our body, and that's something else that I help with.
Uh-huh.
But that's why like cold showers or cold plunges are great for that. However, not everyone can do a cold plunge or a
Right.
cold shower
Right.
because of metabolic things that are going on.
Right.
Actually, for women, it's not best for us to do a cold plunge.
Yeah.
Heat, like a sauna, is actually better for a woman
Yeah.
because we actually have organs to protect as well. So it's a lot different. So it depends on the person, and then it depends on just a lot of other chemistry things that are
Okay.
going on.
So, who is the person who you want to help? Who's your client?
Yeah,
Who is the client that you would really love to see this video and go, "Oh my goodness," because not everybody has your problem, but
right.
there are other clients out there that have a problem or
Yeah.
problems that you really are positioned to solve. Talk
Yeah.
to me about your perfect client.
I primarily work with women. I do have a couple guy clients, and actually, my husband is a co coach with me. So he primarily coaches the men. But my ideal client is the woman who is struggling to get through the day because she's stressed out, overworked, and she has no energy. And I am able to help lift those issues and those problems with easy, simple nutritional shifts in their diet. And then also helping with mindset shifts, just like I got help with how to manage my stress. And it has been incredible to see the light switch and just that first week, first 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
just being like, oh my gosh, I can live differently than I have been living
Wow.
for the past 10, 20 years. For some of them, it's even longer than that.
So you described people, and in like 4 words, you were done describing the pain that they're suffering from, whether it's stress or just busyness. But talk more about the pain that you resolve with a little, just tell us more about the pain that you resolve.
Um, I I really help with people how to navigate life with mice. And there's a lot of people out there, and myself included, when I first started, where I just didn't know how to handle this thing called life and be able to navigate it with clarity, with more ease, with less stress, and with just being able to make decisions calmly
Hmm.
versus more reactively.
Huh. Are you talking about stress? Are you talking about fear? Are you talking about physical fog? I mean, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about.
Yeah. And that's a great question. It's really all encompassing because the things that I do as a coach and help people with are it's about life. It's also about what you put into your body and how you treat your body.
Yeah.
Even, I mean, there's a lot of women that struggle with worthiness
Okay.
and helping them to know that they are actually worthy.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna switch directions for a minute because when we when I decided to invite you onto the podcast, decided to invite you onto the podcast because you particularly talked about gut health,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of people who are struggling with gut health.
Hmm.
One guy says he can't sleep. He's been taking licorice.
Mm.
Another person has been struggling with gut issues forever.
Yeah.
And it seems like you have some sort of silver bullet or some kind of plan for people who are on a long journey of suffering because their gut issues are, bad. And
Yeah.
so I want you just to talk about that issue. Um, I'd like to create some sort of video footage for my friends who are struggling,
Yeah.
and how and what is their problem that you can help. How do you help them?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about gut issues if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, gut issues is a really big thing. I think we're talking about it more often now than we have even 5, 10 years ago.
Sure. Why do you think that is? I mean, it's not part of the question, but
I think it's because people are being more aware of it, that it's not just a them problem, but it's a widespread problem.
I would have thought it was food. I think our food is, you know
Yeah.
been downgraded.
I mean, our food definitely is a contributor to it. And um I like to say everyone is on a diet. Everyone. It could
Sure.
be a McDonald's diet,
Sure.
it could be a Wendy's diet, it could be a Whole Foods diet,
Right.
it could be a Starbucks diet. Like, everybody's on a diet.
Yep.
And what you put in your body affects your body,
Okay.
which affects your gut, which your gut is actually a brain. It talks to your brain up here, but your gut has a lot to say. So how you treat your gut is going to affect your whole being.
Okay.
And what I do is I am very personable, like really try to figure out how, what that person needs, what they really want, what's really going on with their own body and their own gut. And sleep it comes in. It's a
Okay.
huge factor. Inflammation comes in. That's a big thing. And you can pinch your belly and that's skin. But what's underneath is the visceral fat. And visceral fat can be that's the killer. The visceral metabolic stability kills 9 out of 10 people. Or instability, excuse me. Metabolic instability kills 9 out of 10 people.
Okay.
So we really need to work on what's going on the inside. And that has a lot to do with your gut.
Uh-huh.
So bringing in easy, simple, nutritional value to a person that is carb, protein, fiber balanced is extremely important. And also, what we're doing is we're controlling the blood sugar.
Uh-huh.
Every time you eat, your blood sugar goes up.
Right.
And then when you don't eat, if you're, waiting 4 or 5 hours, it really dips below the dangerous
Mm-hmm.
level. And then we're like, hangry. We're all upset, right? We've all heard that word. I used to
Right.
get hangry all the time. But when you eat every 2.5 to 3 hours, you keep your blood sugar on a very neutral level.
Okay.
So it's not spiking way up and it's not dipping way below.
Okay.
But doing that in a very practical, simple way is really important for people so that you're not out and about, running errands and stuff. And then you're like, oh, shoot, it's been 5 hours. I haven't eaten. I'm super hangry. And then trying to grab something at a drive-through
Uh-huh.
that's just going to spike your blood sugar and keep you out of balance. But you really want to keep inside the normal balance range of blood sugar.
Okay.
And that has a lot to do with your gut health.
Okay. If you could narrow, it
Mhm.
sounds like you can help anybody.
I can help anybody.
Right.
I've
That's
helped a
how I feel.
lot
Like
of
I
different
can help
people.
anybody with
Yeah.
coaching.
Yeah.
Any area of life, we coaches, we think we can help anybody.
Yeah.
But I have realized that not being a niche coach has hurt me a lot. And I've decided I'm going to just really focus on salespeople. Commission-based salespeople are going to be my only customer unless a pastor begs me to help them. And I only say that because I really want to work with pastors, but I've decided I'm going to focus clearly on salespeople,
Mm-hmm.
commission-based salespeople. Um, and what I would like you to do, if you wouldn't mind, is just totally telling the absolute niche, the most client that you want more than anyone else. Who would that be, and what are they suffering right now?
Yeah. My ideal person is a woman that is really struggling with self worth. She doesn't see the value in who she is as a woman, as a mother, as a wife. And she's just really stressed out. And she has a lot of inflammation. She's not sleeping.
Okay.
And she's just struggling to get through the day.
Okay. All right. Contact information. How's the best way for someone to be in touch with you?
I am on social media as Melissa Biron. It's Biron
Uh-huh.
is my last name. And a lot of people get to know me through there
Nice.
and they reach out to me. And my phone number, I don't know if I want to give my phone number.
I would.
Okay.
Yes.
My phone number is 818-903-6502.
Okay. I'll put it right in the banner right here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Melissa, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I've been really thinking about this. I really wanted you on, and I have several family and friends that I can't wait to introduce you to. So thanks for coming on the podcast. Again, my name's Alec at Coaching the Red Line. If you know someone in sales, I'd love an introduction. Thanks. Have a great day. Oh, you know what I was thinking the other day is if you have not subscribed to my channel and you watch my videos, please subscribe, like the video, comment too. Thanks so much. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.